32 physical characteristics, 80 excellent attributes, and 33 magnificent and brilliant manifestations. Willow Guan Yin Bodhisattva, also known as Medicine King Guan Yin. She was the first manifestation of Guan Yin. She holds a willow branch in one hand and wears a brocade robe while barefoot. If someone is suffering from various illnesses, they can hold a willow branch and recite the mantra to eliminate their illnesses. Willow water can also be used to cleanse the body of ailments. She is invoked to relieve the suffering of illnesses in the world. Dragon Bodhisattva. Dragon Bodhisattva is a deity that combines the characteristics of Shiva and the Persian water goddess Anahita. The beastly Dragon King often causes great floods that bring disaster to the world. Guan Yin has the ability to subdue the Dragon King's wrongdoing, which makes the Dragon King unable to act recklessly. Sutra Holding Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva holding a sutra. The Bodhisattva holding a sutra is also known as the Sravaka body, representing wisdom. Shravakas are disciples who have heard and understood the Buddha's teachings, attained insight into the Four Noble Truths, severed their attachment to the three realms, and entered into nirvana. They are symbolic of wisdom. Circular Light Bodhisattva. Circular Light Bodhisattva. Circular Light Bodhisattva is an apparitional bodhisattva, whose flame-like radiance illuminates and vanquishes evil and demons. The light of wisdom dispels all delusions and ignorance, while the staff removes afflictions and leads to the right path. Game-playing Bodhisattva. Game-playing Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Game-playing Guan Yin is the manifestation of Emperor Chakra, who has achieved liberation. With unrestricted skill in teaching and transforming beings, she appears playful and unrestrained, demonstrating her ease and comfort in all situations. She is also known as the game-playing Bodhisattva and can ride on a multicolored cloud to travel across the world, effortlessly and freely. With her boundless powers, she widely delivers sentient beings from suffering. Long Life Bodhisattva. Long Life Bodhisattva. Long Life Bodhisattva, who prolongs life and relieves calamities. The generation of new life from existing life creates an unending continuation of life. The Long Life Bodhisattva considers that to give birth is to give rise to both life and death. To remove the essence of suffering and death and promote the happiness of all sentient beings through compassion is the ultimate goal. Lying Lotus Bodhisattva. Lying Lotus Guan Yin Bodhisattva. In the Universal Gate chapter of the Lotus Sutra, it is said that Guan Yin Bodhisattva sits or lies on a lotus flower, symbolizing purity and detachment from worldly afflictions. The analogy is made to the king, who is noble and dignified, lying on a lotus flower, enjoying leisurely and carefree time. These represent Guan Yin's urgent and compassionate heart to save and benefit all beings. The lotus is a sacred flower that grows out of mud yet remains untainted, reminding us to remain pure and unsullied in the midst of mundane world. Beings are often deluded by the false illusions of the world and forget the path to return home, sinking into the sea of suffering. Waterfall Seeing Bodhisattva. The Waterfall Seeing Bodhisattva. Water symbolizes wisdom, and Guan Yin's power is like the rushing of waterfalls. It is also known as the transformation of a fiery pit into a stream. Guan Yin is often depicted contemplating streams and waterfalls, reflecting on the deep wisdom of the world. We pray for the blessings and protection of Guan Yin upon all sentient beings. Medicine-giving Bodhisattva. Pharmaceutical Guan Yin Bodhisattva. The right hand supports the cheek, the right leg is raised and bent, and the left hand naturally hangs down, thinking about how to relieve people's pain and seek happiness. Fish Basket Bodhisattva. Fish Basket Guan Yin Bodhisattva, as described in the Universal Gate chapter. Guan Yin manifests in various forms to deliver sentient beings. In this form, Guan Yin appears as a local woman carrying a fish basket, teaching the resident to recite the Lotus Sutra. This manifestation was specifically intended to benefit and convert the local population. Virtue King Bodhisattva. Virtue King Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Virtue King Guan Yin is the embodiment of the Divine King, symbolizing blessings and prosperity. He is adept at fulfilling the wishes of sentient beings and blessing them with both fortune and prosperity. Waterman Bodhisattva. Waterman Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Waterman Guan Yin observed the reflection of the moonlight shining on the water surface below, presenting the meditation posture of water stillness with white cloth. She quietly contemplates the changes of water. Lotus Leaf Bodhisattva. Guan Yin Bodhisattva on the lotus leaf, also known as the savior of those in peril on water. If someone is swept away by the flood, reciting his name can bring them to shallow waters. The vast ocean can also be a metaphor for the cycle of life and death. In the midst of the sea of humanity, one may rise and fall, being confused by various desires and attachments. However, if one cultivates compassion, joy, and equanimity, they will surely be saved and freed from danger. Green-necked Bodhisattva. Green-necked Guan Yin Bodhisattva. The green-necked Guan Yin manifests the body of Mahesvara, an incarnation of Shiva. In the legend, gods and asuras fought over the nectar of immortality and pulled the tail and head of the Dragon King to churn the ocean into milk. The Dragon King suffered and bit the stone, releasing venom that could destroy all living creatures in the world. To save all living beings, Guan Yin drank the poison and turned her neck green. This story exemplifies the great compassion of Guan Yin. Green Tara Bodhisattva. Green Tara Bodhisattva. Green Tara is the primary deity of all Taras. Legend has it that despite the efforts of Guan Yin Bodhisattva to rescue sentient beings from the sea of suffering caused by the attachment to the 5 desires, beings were still trapped in the cycle of rebirth and endless suffering. Overwhelmed by compassion of these beings, Guan Yin shed a tear from her left eye, which manifested as Green Tara. Green Tara is able to save beings from 8 types of suffering, including dangers from lions, elephants, snakes, water, imprisonment, thieves, demons, and other non-human entities. She can also transform the poisons of greed, anger, ignorance, arrogance, and doubt into wisdom, and is known for her protective qualities towards children. Hand holding Buddha beads Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva holding a Buddhist rosary. The Bodhisattva holding a Buddhist rosary prays for the blessings of Buddha and Bodhisattva to all beings in the world. Like a lotus in a pond. When our mind is calm, the world becomes pure. With a tranquil mind, wisdom arises. Guan Yin holding a Buddhist rosary signifies the importance of seeking within oneself rather than seeking externally. Many treasures Bodhisattva. Many treasures Bodhisattva, also known as treasures Guan Yin, has the appearance of an elder and possesses 10 virtues. She has a noble surname, high status, great wealth, majestic power, advanced age, profound wisdom, pure conduct, dignified manners, respected speech, and humble attitude. The first 5 virtues are related to the physical aspect, while the later 5 virtues are related to the mental aspect, including abundant virtue and reputation, high character, virtuous conduct, vast wealth, extensive knowledge, advanced age, and trustworthy faith. Rock Gate Bodhisattva. Rock Gate Guan Yin Bodhisattva, sitting in a cave, often accompanied by poisonous creatures such as snakes and scorpions. Guan Yin Bodhisattva is known for her ability to dissipate toxic gas with her meditative power. She sits calmly, contemplating and preventing harm to sentient beings caused by the poisonous creatures in her vicinity. Reciting the name of Guan Yin Bodhisattva is believed to be able to warn off any potential danger caused by the poisonous creatures. Pacify Bodhisattva. Pacify Guan Yin Bodhisattva. Guan Yin is seated on a rock, with her hands forming a seal, and caressing the rock with both hands. She is in a state of deep meditation, presenting the aspect of silence, sinking into the depth of the sea, by frequently chanting the name of Pacify Guan Yin. One may receive blessings during travel and harmonious family relationships. Honor Bodhisattva. Honor Bodhisattva. Honor Bodhisattva of the Oceanic Lookout sits with hands folded in meditation and gazes out at the vast sea. The Universal Gate chapter describes how they brave the treacherous sea, rescuing those in peril and transforming danger into safety, showing great compassion and friendship to those in need. Fearless Bodhisattva. Fearless Guan Yin Bodhisattva, with 3 eyes and 4 arms, riding on a white lion emitting a fiery light. This form is an incarnation of Shiva. Fearless Guan Yin is able to completely dispel all fears and obstacles on the path to enlightenment. The lion represents the majestic power and fearlessness of the animal kingdom. The Bodhisattva emanates compassion, solemnity, and auspiciousness. The auspicious symbols on the Bodhisattva's body are bestowed by the celestial deities. Leaf Robe Bodhisattva. Leaf Robe Guan Yin Bodhisattva. According to legend, Guan Yin is adorned with a garment of 84,000 meritorious virtues, recording all the good deeds done by sentient beings. She is the wisdom of all the Buddhas. In the present age of Dharma ending period, she has the power to cure all kinds of incurable diseases, plagues, fires, floods, and other disasters, as well as to prevent wars. Lapis Bodhisattva. Lapis Guan Yin Bodhisattva, ranked as the 23rd manifestation of Guan Yin's response body, which is the appearance of the Tushita heaven body. The Bodhisattva is depicted as a young boy holding a lapis censer in both hands, wearing a Buddha crown. Because of holding the lapis censer, the Bodhisattva is also known as the Incense King Guan Yin. Multi-eyed Bodhisattva. Multi-eyed Guan Yin, meaning eye or pupil, symbolizing the Bodhisattva's ability to see all things in the world. Multi-eyed Guan Yin is born from light and emits light from the eyes to illuminate the world. This compassionate Bodhisattva relieves suffering and appears in the world holding a staff and manifesting the reality of suffering. With the nectar of compassion, she spreads her benevolent influence throughout the 10 directions, appearing to all beings in the 6 realms. Golem's Bodhisattva. Golem's Guan Yin Bodhisattva. The Universal Gate chapter reveals the vast and profound voice of the Bodhisattva and their ability to appear in countless forms to save and teach people. The manifestation of the clamshell Guan Yin represents the compassion and mercy of the Buddha's heart, reminding people to cultivate a compassionate heart. 6 Periods Bodhisattva. The 6th period Guan Yin Bodhisattva, day and night, always protecting all living beings. The year is divided into 6 periods: gradual heat, fall heat, rainy season, lush season, gradual cold, and fall cold. The poem praises pure light 6th period Guan Yin, spreading compassionate sound day and night, wishing all beings transcend suffering and attain happiness. Benevolence Bodhisattva. Benevolence Guan Yin. The name Universal Benevolence implies that this manifestation of Bodhisattva is compassionate towards all sentient beings. As one of the 33 manifestations, this deity assumes the form of the great self-mastery heaven, standing on a mountain peak. The great self-mastery is the highest God in the 3 realms, and its power and virtue are extraordinary. The compassionate aspiration of Bodhisattva to save and deliver all sentient beings is spread throughout the world. 3-faced Bodhisattva. The 3-faced Guan Yin Bodhisattva is the spiritual symbol of compassion, wisdom, and peace. The front face holds a sutra container representing the wisdom of Prajna Paramita. The left face represents liberation, freeing oneself from ignorance and afflictions, and represents sensual beings who recite the Buddha's name while the Buddha recites theirs. The right face represents great compassion and joy for all sentient beings, and great compassion dispels the suffering of all sentient beings. It embodies the spirit of compassion, wisdom, and peace. Palms together Bodhisattva. Palms together Bodhisattva. This palms together Guan Yin standing statue has its hands in the Anjali Mudra, a gesture of respect and devotion, symbolizing the empty mind. It represents the Brahman body. The phrase, not pure, not impure, in the Heart Sutra corresponds to this idea. Guan Yin Bodhisattva appears according to conditions to save and guide sentient beings. One Suchness Bodhisattva. One Suchness Guan Yin Bodhisattva. When sentient beings encounter various difficulties and sufferings, as long as they call out for help, Guan Yin will appear to alleviate their suffering. Guan Yin is the leading Bodhisattva in the Western Pure Land of ultimate bliss, and along with Mahatma Bodhisattva, is a loyal attendant of Amitabha Buddha, also known as the Three Holy Ones of the West. Nandyo Bodhisattva. The Nandyo Guan Yin Bodhisattva is the Vajrapani body among the 33 bodies. Guan Yin Bodhisattva manifests as Vajrapani body to preach the Dharma and is the guardian deity of the Buddha. In accordance with the principle of non-duality of the fundamental nature, it is called the Nandyo Guan Yin. Lotus holding Bodhisattva. Guan Yin Bodhisattva holding a lotus. This is the manifestation of Guan Yin Bodhisattva in the form of a pure and innocent boy or girl holding a lotus flower. It symbolizes the pure body-mind and the aspiration for the lotus to bloom. Sprinklings Bodhisattva. Sprinklings Guan Yin Bodhisattva, also known as Dripping Water Guan Yin, holds a treasure bottle in the right hand and fetches sweet dew from the east sea, sprinkling it on the mundane world to cleanse sentient beings' afflictions and impurities. If someone is swept away by water and silently recite the Bodhisattva's name, they will receive the Bodhisattva's protection.